Good morning, Mustangs. Good morning, class of 2024. Today, we come together to celebrate a very special occasion. To the promoting class of 2024, congratulations. This is our day. We have navigated 3 years of hard work, challenges, and growth to arrive here. And our achievements are proof of our determination and dedication. But we didn't do this alone. Behind each of us is a network of support. Our families, our teachers, and our friends, who have cheered us on every step of the way. So before we go any further, let's take a moment to thank them. To our families, who have been our rock through the highs and lows. Thank you for your unwavering love, encouragement, and sacrifices. Today, we share this achievement with you, and we are forever grateful for everything you've done for us. To our teachers, who have inspired us, challenged us, and helped us grow. Thank you for your dedication and passion. We deeply appreciate your tireless efforts. To our friends, who have laughed with us, cried with us, and made this journey unforgettable. Thank you for being by our side. You've been our confidants, our partners in crime, and our source of strength when times got tough. The memories we've shared together will forever hold a special place in our hearts, and we're grateful to have had you by our side every step of the way. As I stand here, I can't help but remember the jitters I felt when I first came here as a little sixth grader just 3 short years ago. The unfamiliarity of the halls, the pressure to fit in. It's funny how those anxieties can fade with time. Back then, I remember wanting to be everyone's friend, to blend in seamlessly. But somewhere along the way, I realized that true friendships come from embracing who you really are. You have to know yourself and be true to yourself. For the past 3 years, my dad would drive me to school on the days he didn't need to work. During those drives, we would talk about all kinds of stuff, often turning those 7 minutes into the most interesting conversations of the day. Every time we arrived at the drop-off, before I walked away, he would have me recite an acronym, ODD. O stands for own your own thing. It means to do your own thing and to do it like you own it. My dad always tells me to do things at my own pace and not try to do things just because other people do it. D stands for discreet, meaning to decide either yes or no, nothing in between. My dad knows that I often have the impulse to go big, even when my safety could be at risk. He insists that I don't blindly give in to my impulses, but to ask myself to answer the impulse with a discreet yes I can do it or no I can't do it, not with a maybe I can do it, just wing it, or my friend did it. D stands for dedication. Anything you want to be good at, you have to dedicate yourself to. You have to commit the time, the effort, and the patience to acquire your skills through progression. Many of you know that I love mountain biking. Any free time I have, the first thing I think of is going out for a ride. Unfortunately, I crashed a lot, which scared my parents. ODD was an acronym my dad made up to try and keep me safe. One of my biggest crashes happened on the first day of summer vacation last year. I was really excited because my parents had planned a 3-week trip to Taiwan. We were going to see the national parks, ancient forests, and enjoy great food. My friend had just discovered an old jump line. The jumps were bigger and steeper than anything I had tried before. Unfortunately, I crashed. I crashed because I forgot to own my own ride. I impulsively followed my friends who were much more experienced than I was. Ultimately, that led to one of the worst injuries of my life. My face was all cut up, my mouth was bleeding, and my front teeth were smashed in. We were supposed to fly to Taiwan the next day. I felt really guilty because I thought we were going to have to cancel the trip because of our crash. I was in the emergency room for hours, lying there in a very uncomfortable neck brace, tasting my own blood in my mouth. Finally, after numerous scans and tests, I was released in the middle of the night. The next morning, I went to my dentist. Fortunately, I didn't completely lose my teeth, but they had to splint them in place for 8 weeks. Luckily, the dentist cleared me for travel, and we were able to leave home on time, barely making our flight a few hours later. That was one painful lesson for forgetting to own my own thing. However, that crash also helped me realize that this ODD thing does more than just keep me safe while mountain biking. It applies to just about everything in life and helps me understand who I am. I realized that following ODD requires that I know myself and stay true to myself. But what does it mean to know yourself? And how do you get to know yourself? You won't find all your answers by reading books. Your parents and teachers may offer their perspectives, but that's only part of it, because even they don't know everything about you. The way to fully knowing yourself is through your own experiences. Everything is an experience. Every book you read, every conversation, every observation, every action, every decision. These experiences, big or small, tell you something about yourself. All that it requires is for you to examine these experiences. Unexamined experiences are forgotten, but examined experiences teach you about yourself. When you bring back your experiences by recollection, reflection, visualization, or meditation, you are examining these experiences. The deeper you examine your experiences and the more you connect your experiences together, the more you know about yourself. Equally important to knowing yourself is being true to yourself. This means accepting what you know about yourself, whether you like it or not. It doesn't mean you can't change what you don't like. On the contrary, in order to change something, you have to first recognize it. Only after you have first recognized it, then can you choose to change it. In a world that often tries to shape us into something we are not, by constantly bombarding us with messages and distractions, staying true to yourself requires you to listen to your own inner voice. Society will offer many definitions of success and happiness, but they are illusions. The only true fulfillment comes from within. It comes from being honest about who you are, what you value, and what you aspire to be. By knowing yourself and staying true to yourself, you get to set the definition for your own success and happiness. Being true to yourself also means being unpretentious. It doesn't mean you can't put on makeup, wear nice clothes, or adorn yourself to look good. But it does mean being honest about who you are and not saying things that are not true just to make yourself look good. When I said true friendships come from embracing who you really are, I meant that you should be unpretentious when making friends. That's the only way to know they are truly your friends. Moving on after promotion today, every one of you will be presented with many choices in life. I hope you can see now that choices don't have to be difficult. The best choices will always be based on knowing yourself and staying true to yourself. If you do this, you will know where you go from here, and you will know what the future holds for you. Even though each of you will be in different places doing different things in the coming years, you will be where you belong, doing what you are meant to do. You will be productive, happy, and feel that you are in your place in the grand scheme of things. Think of getting to know yourself as a journey rather than a destination. Beyond every step and around every turn, there is always something new to discover about yourself. Just remember that knowing yourself and living true to yourself does not work like an on-off switch. You can't flip a switch and instantly know yourself. This knowledge is accumulated one experience at a time. It is a journey you participate in every moment of your life. Before I finish here today, I want you all to imagine this with me. Each one of you is a jigsaw puzzle piece, part of a magnificent giant puzzle of 8.1 billion pieces. Finding your place in the grand scheme of things is like finding your place in that vast puzzle. You will feel a true sense of belonging when you find your place. However, you can only find that place if you know who you are, what your colors and patterns are. It's only by being true to yourself, by presenting yourself authentically, with all your unique and uneven edges visible, that you will find where you truly fit. Remember, life is a journey filled with opportunities and challenges. It will test our resolve, challenge our values, and sometimes make us question our path. But if we stay true to ourselves, we will navigate these challenges with grace and equanimity. As we step into our next chapter, let this advice be your guide for navigating the complexities of life. With this, I wish you all the best in what the future holds for you. May you find comfort and purpose, and may you find your place in the grand scheme of things. But most importantly, remember to live true to yourself. It has been a great honor to serve as your ASU president this year. Thank you. Have a fantastic summer, everyone.
Let's give it up one more time for Ethan King, our ASU president.